Ningsih. I want to introduce myself and my partner. My name is Natalia Yola. My name is Adebya. My name is Aprilia Ningsih. Let's go check our material. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adebya Afrilia Santika. I'm from Kelas A. Okay, I want to explain about my material. Male-female differences. Language and gender consists of minimal response, question, turn taking, main and topic of conversation, self-disclosure, verbal aggression, and politeness. Minimal response. Minimal response is one of the ways in which a communicative behavior of men and women differ. For example, woman has response frequently when they have a conversation. For example, paralinguistic features such as and yeah, which is a behavior associated with collaborating their languages. Men has response less than women when they have a conversation. For example, generally use and less frequent. Question. Men and women differ in their use of question in conversation. Men language is heard as clearly their thoughtness. Men usually ask something to do while that differ with women. Women use question more frequently. They usually use question tag to avoid making strong statements to reflect their own concepts. Women usually do not to the point when they want to ask something that is very different with men. Truth taking. Truth taking gives rise to complex form of interaction in relation to the more regimented form of truth taking. Female linguistic behavior characteristically encompasses a desire to take turn in conversation with others, which is opposed to male's tendency toward centering on their own point or remaining silent when present with such implied overall conversational. Turn-taking is amplified by images such as "and is not," changing the topic of conversation. This difference may well be at the root of the conception that women cater outside too much and may still sparkle the same thinking in some males. In this way, low estimation of women may arise. Women's topic: gossip, math, shopping, short reading, personal relationship. Men's topic: farm, sport, woman, politics, cars. Self-disclosure. Self-disclosure is the process was originally defined as telling about the self. The example: men. Male tendencies to non-self-disclosure and providing advice or offering a solution when confronted with another problem, because men usually solve their problem by themselves. Women sharing their problems and experience with others. Often to offer sympathy, they usually ask their friend about their problems. Verbal aggression. Women engage in cross or angry talk, which is typically characterized by figurative and brazen display of insult and shooting. Men focus on the down, play of conflict in order to maintain or at least give the illusion of harmony. And the last, politeness. Politeness is best expressed as the practical application of good manners or etiquette. According to Yola, he identified three forms of politeness. Formal politeness generally
everyone, I'm Aprilia Ningsih. I will explain the material about some possible explanation. It is not enough to find these differences. In a recent male study of physical differences between the sexes, male phonology was shown to be located in the left hemisphere and in female processes involving the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Because sexual biological differences do not develop to explain differences in the roles and opportunities of male and female societies, scholars and use other tools and analytical categories to understand their differences. A. Different psychology. It is an accepted idea that women are more consequence sensitive and caring than men. Before a woman speaks, she usually thinks of the consequence of her word, so she often appears more polite. B. Different social status. Men and women differ in the types of language they speak and how they use them because men and women often fill different roles in society. Women are often called, titled, and addressed differently from men because women are more likely to be addressed by their first name than men. Women are inferior to men in this society, so they seem indecisive when speaking. Women are very aware of their status, and they yearn for a better position in society, so they try to improve themselves, including using standard language. And C. Different cultural backgrounds. For any language, there is a unique lifestyle and way of thinking of the people behind them. Lack of beliefs that the distinction between male and female. Language is a symptom of a problem in our culture and not a problem in itself. Citing another example, the Yana language, California, contains a special form for use in speech either by or for men.
Hello everybody, my name is Natalia Yola. I'm from Group H and today I want to explain about the language and sex in different cultures. We all know language has been defined as the systematic conventional use of sound, sign, or written symbol in human society for communication and self-expression. So the purpose of language is to communicate with others, to think and to create that foundation for shaping one's standpoint and outlook to life. Culture, on the other hand, has multifarious meanings. Culture is the total of the inherited and innate ideas, attitudes, beliefs, values, and knowledge, comprising or forming the shared foundation of social action. Language and culture are unique human ability. That ability to create a structured language for communication is what makes human and our culture distinct from other species. Human learn their culture through language and foreign culture are also transmitted through language. Culture and role differences between sex. It's the first. Gender and the sex. Sex is a biological concept. Feminine. Sex is individual ownership. And then gender is a social construct. Gender is determined by genetic and biology. Gender is produced or reproduced by society. Gender varies over time and across culture. Gender is social and relation quality. Companies create gender meanings communicated through social and cultural practice. Social perception embedded in personal identify make individual become of certain type. Communication of role difference is the second. Culture is communication and communication is culture. It's what means every culture around the world has unique language. This language is made up of ideals, values, beliefs, tradition, and further attributes that constitute the essence of one's ways of communication. Therefore, the language itself reflects the social role. For women, communication is the action of relation through the transfer of emotion and feelings. For men, communication is a form in which they exercise control, keep or demonstrate independence, improve their status, generally by transmission of information or data and facts presented in an analytical manner. And the third, role differences and discrimination. Role differences between sexes and can be seen as manifestation of value and the norm of social contract. For example, masculinity or feminine. Masculinity and femininity from a cultural point of view and not from a gender point of view give an indication of the direction of motivation, whether this is goal-oriented or masculine or whether this process-oriented feminine. Example word feminine and masculine. Masculine man, feminine woman, masculine husband, feminine wife, masculine count, feminine countess. So, gender stereotypes. Gender stereotypes are generalization about what men and women are like, and there difficult is great deal of consensus about them. Example: masculine stereotypes, logical, rational, and aggressive. And then feminine stereotypes have a tolerant, concrete, and intuitive.